Oh, all right, guys. Basically, you saw the title? Fuck scientists, bro. Like dead ass, bro. I'm be real with y'all, bro. Yeah, bro. I was dead ass texting up ChatGPT, looking up all this stuff. Nah, let's just throw it out the window. All right. Basically, right. I'm trying to do the craziest 6-month transformation ever. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a transformation because I'm 286 pounds, right? And I was thinking, bro, I got I got hella time before the summer, right? What is it, December? So January, February, March, April, May. It's 5 months. May and June, right? I got 6 months, right? And I was thinking, if I could get down to 210 pounds, get some lean muscle, you know what I'm saying? Get skinnier, but still keep the, some bulk on me. I feel like, I could see something going on here, right? So I was thinking, right? Let's just. So I was talking to ChatGPT, and we were talking, and we were thinking, all right. I was like, all right. So I want to do 13 pounds a month, which apparently that's crazy for some reason. ChatGPT, apparently it's not safe to do, 13 pounds a month, which is about what? 13 divided by 4. What is that like? Almost. It's like 3.5 pounds a week or something like that. But yeah, that's like 3.5 pounds a week. And I was like, that's not crazy. You got 7 days to lose 3.5 pounds. And I'm talking we doing cardio every day. I'm talking about we do lifting every day. We doing hella stuff to sweat, and we taking L-carnitine, taking all this stuff to make sure we actually get we lose weight and we gain and we almost keep muscle kinda. But yeah, I was like, bro, the ChatGPT's talking about this isn't healthy. ChatGPT's talking about some, yo, bro, don't do this, bro, don't do this. Your calorie intake is about 3,800 pounds, something like that. And I'm like, nah, fuck all that. I'm like, no. Hook me up with about 1,500 calories, or starve, and I'm gonna lock in. So, it's Friday, December 19th when I'm filming this, and basically, I don't know if I have any pictures. I mean, if I take a picture here, like put it right here or something right here. That's the before picture, and we're gonna do an after picture in about 6 months. I didn't post a video last night because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do all this YouTube stuff, but then I saw my first 2 videos on this channel get like 5 views, 2 views. Someone commented talking about something. What does it do yapping about? Yeah, I saw that. Basically I was like, bro, let's low-key lock this in. I didn't expect to get views, and I got views. So hopefully YouTube sees this and goes, oh yeah, he talks on YouTube and talks on his couch and all that stuff. So I'm hoping YouTube sees this and goes, yeah, I mean, let's push this content. So yeah, but basically, F scientists, bro, really. But on another note, right? Because this is kind of, I do yap sessions, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically that. Now on to the next subject is about what I'm planning on doing. So basically, if you don't know how I film these videos, it's not really like purposeful, but I go in the shower after I get home from school and working out and everything, and I kind of just think and act like I'm talking to a camera, right? And obviously the things I do in the shower I probably can't do here because it takes like mad editing and stuff like that. So I just kind of like shorten it down, simplify it, and speak about it. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, right? But the thing is, I love talking to myself, and I think talking to a camera kind of is basically the same thing. So I'm really just talking to myself. But yeah, but this is where I see myself in a couple years, right? So imagine that's the line, right? Like this is it right here, right? And this is the starting point. This is the ending point, right? We're here. 6 months down the road is like right here. And basically, I'm a junior in high school, right? And obviously, and it's Christmas time, so basically half the year's gone already. And I basically have 1.5 years before I have to, move out or, stop going to high school, right? And I was thinking there was an easy way to do this because I'm living off my parents right now. I'm 17. They don't expect me to get a job. They just need me active doing something. So I work out, I do football stuff, all that, right? So basically, I was thinking I could use this time to my advantage, right? My parents don't mind sending me a couple bucks every now and again. They don't expect me working, so I mean, this is the best time to actually start growing. So that's what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to grow YouTube and basically take this time to figure out what I was gonna do. And it's now Christmas time, and I have a pretty good idea. You know, I'm the type of dude that jumps around a lot. I have like 8 YouTube channels, all about different things. I have like so many Instagram accounts with so many different things. I have like 3 Twitch accounts. I have a Twitter account for some reason. I have like a ton of Instagrams, Twitches, everything, bro. And I was thinking, because I jump around a lot. I jump around. I was like, I'm going to be a pro Fortnite player, pro Call of Duty player. Now I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. Now I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be a YouTuber again, but something different. I'm going to do welding. I'm not going to try and get famous. You know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I kind of came down to something. And I kind of came down to this thing, right? And a lot of people need to start doing this. And I saw YouTuber Toji. You know, I like watching his videos. And basically, I was watching his videos, and he was talking about you need to take time to think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, am I good? I'm good. He's like, you need to take time to think, you know, think to yourself and everything. So I do that all the time. I mean, like, I do it in the shower. You know, if I were to go out to the field and show y'all, there's a giant ring of grass, like, patted down in a perfect circle, because I would literally just go out there, no phones, no music, no anything. I just go out there and walk in the circle for like 30 minutes, sometimes an hour. I was just thinking to myself. And I went out there, I started thinking, I was like, bro, what is something I genuinely love to look at or do? And it would give me, you know, the fame and recognition I want. And it's kind of just like doing something that's really chill and just like, you know, recording it. Or if I don't record it, you know, I'm still doing something. And I was thinking jewelry, right? I love jewelry. I mean, I got a channel right now. But the thing is, I'm too broke to actually afford the jewelry I ever want. If it was me, I'd have like 5 chains on, a ring on every finger. Earrings, I'm gonna get earrings soon. I'm gonna get earrings. But, yeah. And I was dead ass like, yeah, I like jewelry. I like jewelry a lot. So I started researching it last night and the day before. Just kind of going, looking, seeing what it's like to actually get into the jewelry business. It's expensive. I'll tell you that. It's expensive. Like, bro, jewelry itself, like, obviously you can get like a big ass Cuban chain for like $10,000-$15,000, right? And so I'm starting looking at this. I'm like, bro, you know, this is an expensive business to get into. You need a lot of money to start this. And then I watch a couple of TikToks on it, you know, to get some short information. Sometimes TikTok's not the best, but it helped me out here, right? And basically, there's 2 different ways you can be a jeweler, and some people do both. Some people do one, some people do the other. But I think I should do both, right? And he starts talking about go on Alibaba, so you don't have to do the modeling, the casting, the getting the diamonds and everything, right? They do it all for you. You just buy the chain, flip it, and sell it for more. And so I was like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. You know, I could definitely see myself doing this, right? And I look into it, and businesses do this all the time. They will go to another place, like a manufacturer, get jewelry manufactured, and they're basically just the middleman, right? Because not a lot of people go on Alibaba. Well, not a lot of people, you know, go on there just to shop. They get manufactured stuff. And they sell pretty good things, right? So I'm like, I could do that. Have little Chinese fingers, make my diamonds, and make my jewelry. And I buy it for like, there's a pink Cuban chain, like as thick as 3 fingers, right? As thick as 3 fingers. And it was big ass chain. And it was only like $2,000, right? $2,000, $3,000. Now I say only, that's still a lot of money, right? But I was thinking on that, right? Bro, I could grab that chain for $3,000. I say I take a loan. I take a loan for about, you know, $3,000 to $10,000. And I go on Alibaba to a good manufacturer with, you know, good ratings, good reviews, good shipping times and everything like that. And I just take that $10,000 alone, go and buy, you know, a bunch of these expensive chains, like $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 chains and pendants and everything. And then I make an Instagram and I do YouTube and everything, and I kind of just sell everything through that, right? And I'm thinking, bro, this chain right here is cheap. One, because, you know, it's made in China, you know. It's not going to be as expensive as if I made it myself. It probably cost $2,000 to make it there, and it probably cost me around like $5,000-$6,000, plus I'd have to put my own labor into it, right? So I start thinking on this, right? And I'm like, bro, this could work, because then I could like take a $3,000 chain, mark it up, and sell it as like a $10,000, $4,000, or $10,000, $15,000 chain, and then there's the profit. It speaks for itself. And I'm not going to say jewelry's untapped, right? I mean, I see a lot of people out there doing jewelry stuff, but I don't see a lot of people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'll see a bunch of YouTubers getting jewelry off of these dudes, and these dudes are making bank, bro. And I'm like, damn, I could do that. I could do that. You know, and it's not very difficult. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So basically, off of that subject, it's basically like, this is my plan. All right, I'm gonna go through the rest of my junior year, cutting, dieting, not eating, starving myself basically, right, and working out every day, just like kind of like the most craziest, the most unethical way to get skinny, right? Because the most unethical is the fastest, right? And it's obviously going to be difficult, so might as well make it as difficult as possible. So, you know, we're doing that. And then we're going to go through our senior year. We're going to grow the YouTube channel, learn more about making jewelry, probably sell a couple chains by then. Hopefully chains, rings, and earrings by then, you know, have a bag going. And then my dad, he did military stuff, right? So I can, any public college like UNT, which is just right down the road, I can go to UNT for free, basically, except for my textbooks, and go into business, right? And basically, it's like I go into business, get my business degree, and then, you know, make an actual official business, get a whole like building, and do all that stuff, right? And that'd be dope, right? That'd be dope. But the thing is, this path doesn't have to be completely straight. Like, you know, here's where we are now, and here's a building with jewelry, and then I have workers, right? I have coworkers. But like, say YouTube does really well, I can spree off the path, right? I can spree off, do YouTube more and more, and kind of like, you know, do everything, but it all leads back. So basically, at the end of the day, like, I'm doing it. YouTube starts growing, and I kind of spree off and do more YouTube and less college stuff, and boom, it still ends up in a jewelry place, but now I have, like, you know, a YouTube going and everything else, right? And that's just kind of how it goes. And then in the mix of all that, my YouTube is not just going to be me yapping. Hopefully, you know, I can actually get a good vlogging camera, because right now my PC's sitting right there and I have no desk. I broke my desk